George Brett throwing out the first pitch. Top of the third, Jose Offerman a big hit in his Red Sox debut. How about 4 hits? Red Sox down 2-0 with that hit. 2 batters later, John Valentin up. Offerman now on second, and Valentin takes Kevin Apier deep and gone. Deep and gone indeed into the grassy knoll. We're tied at 2. Top of the 6th, still tied at 2. Mike Stanley up with 2 on. Here's Rich Eisen with the call. Mike Stanley, base hit left side. In comes Nomar Garcia Power. Sox go up 3-2.
Need some water?
I'm fine, thank you. Bottom of the 6th, Pedro Martinez shuts it down. Jermaine Dye looking. 1 of 9 strikeouts for Pedro. 1 walk, 6 innings of work. Red Sox going to win 5-3. Offerman a 4-for-5 day and a refrain.
In the second, Julio Santana to Scott Hatteberg. Hatteberg lifts one into left. Danny Clyburn with the diving catch, robbing Hatteberg of a hit. Top of the 4th, still 2-0 Sox. Here's Troy O'Leary. No heroics this time as O'Leary clears the fence. His first homer of the year. It's 3-0 Sox. O'Leary drove in 3. Pedro Martinez, meanwhile, doing the job on the mound, striking out Fred McGriff, then Kevin Stocker, and McGriff again with the changeup. Martinez, 7 innings, 7 hits, 9 strikeouts. Bottom of the 8th, 5-3 Sox. Fred McGriff, the tying run facing Jim Corsi, but he grounds out easily to second. Martinez gets some bullpen help, and the Sox, baseball's last unbeaten team, 5.
White Sox were in a humbling mood. The big hurt Frank Thomas batting with a man on in the first. He came into the game batting .591. He serves Pedro's pitch in the right. He went 2 for 4. He's now batting a robust .577. Mike Caruso goes to third for Maglio Ordonez. And the fastball gets past Scott Hatteberg. Caruso scores in the pass ball. 1-0. Good guys. Bottom of the 3rd, same score. Trot Nixon can't figure out John Snyder. Look, and Snyder struck out 2 and 6 scoreless. Top of the 4th, still 1-0. Man on first for Greg Norton. Norton takes Pedro into the corner.
Hey, Norton, come on over here.
Nixon misplays the ball. And that lets Paul Konerko score. Pedro, 2 earned, 7 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, but not good enough as the White Sox win 4-0. John Snyder outdueled Pedro in just his 15th big league start in the place where he made his first big league start.
Bottom of the 1st, no score, some good defense. Behind him, Greg Jeffries goes down to get it. Darren Lewis comes in to make the grab. Top 4, 2-0 count with Troy O'Leary. Sitting on the fastball, Jeff Weaver, the offering, and it's gone. 1-0 Boston. Bottom 4, 2 outs, 2-minute board. Martinez facing Bill Hasselman. 10K showing, as Kenny mentioned, ends the inning. Bottom 9, nobody out. Still 1-0 Red Sox. Real Cormier facing Tony Clark. Got him right in on the fist. Derek Lowe now pitching. Cormier did his job. Lowe gets Dean Palmer. 2 outs. Next batter, Lowe.
Here's the 1-2 from Lowe.
Exactly that. Lowe. Damian Easley goes down to try to get it. Strikes out. And the Red Sox bullpen helping out Pedro Martinez.
Top 6. Pedro Martinez, Bartolo Colon, pitcher's duel. Damon Buford makes a sliding catch on a fly ball by Alomar. Kenny Lofton doubled up. Great play by Buford playing center. No more platoon out there. Trot Nixon is more like Crawl Nixon. Jason Varitek, bases loaded, 1-1 game, bottom 7. Paul Shuey. Mike Stanley, Troy O'Leary shoot around, and they come in to make it a 3-1 lead. Pedro went the route. His 10th strikeout. He leads the American League with 47, the second 4-game winner in the American League.
Jason McDonald, well, he had a big inning. Top of the 4th, Troy O'Leary at the bat. Lines the pitch, and McDonald makes the great catch to save an extra base hit. Same inning now. Mike Stanley at the plate. Nomar Garcia Parra is at first, and Stanley hits one into left center as McDonald can't quite get there. Nomar Garcia Parra coming around, and the relay throw is not in time. The Sox go up 2-0. Next batter is Jason Varitek, keeping with our Jason McDonald theme. Jason. Which Jason would win the battle, Varitek or McDonald? I'm thinking McDonald won it. Jason says, no, I was supposed to be the winning Jason. Meanwhile, Pedro Martinez being Pedro Martinez, Dave.
I'll tell you, Pedro can just pitch lights out. Gets Matt Stairs to climb the ladder.
And that is the inning as Matt check to get ahead.
Stairsy again. Just a little high cheddar. Probably figured he was gearing up for the gas, so he dropped the hook on him. So Matty, a grand slam last night, but being a hero in baseball is a very short-lived profession.
Against Pedro, it's not very fair either. Bottom of the ninth, Sox leading at 7-2. Mark Guthrie now. Tony Phillips lines the pitch into right center, but Darren Lewis says Jason McDonald's not the only one that...
Red Sox, there's Mo. In the visitors' dugout, pre-game, he was welcomed warmly by his old teammates, hugging Flash Gordon, more hugs, and then his first at-bat. The fans loving him. Pedro Martinez could absolutely care less. Gets him on the nasty changeup. The crowd enjoyed that as well. The next batter was Garrett Anderson. Martinez had it all going. Anderson, gas this exit. 2 early strikeouts for Pedro. Top of the fourth, 2-on for Troy Gloss. At the plate, not at the plate anymore. Single up the middle. Matt Wahlbeck rounding third. Damon Buford comes up throwing. Wahlbeck appears to score, but wait, he missed the plate. Good call by home plate umpire Darrell Cousins. Watch it again. Jason Varitek saves the run by blocking the plate with his left foot. Still 2-zip. Next batter, Todd Green. Pedro finishing him off. More heat. 7 strikeouts through 4 for Martinez. 6th inning, Martinez pouring it on. Vaughn, strikeout number 9. Next batter, Garrett Anderson, strikeout number 10. Next up was Gloss. This time, the Uncle Charlie. 11 strikeouts for Pedro. Struck out the side in the 6th. Bottom 6. 2-on now for Mike Stanley against Omar Olivares. And Stanley is going to get it done. Nomar and Troy O'Leary are going to score. 4-0 Boston. They are loving it at Fenway Park. And that was plenty of help for Pedro Martinez. To the top of the 8th, more of him. Charlie O'Brien, you shush. A career-high 15 strikeouts as Martinez and the Sox winning it by a final of 6-love. And Martinez is baseball's first 6-game.
Adam Pedro straight killing them kids. You know, Junior has 361 career homers. Hit 56 the last 2 years each. The sweetest swing in the game, but he could do nothing. Griff, or JR as Tiger Woods calls him, struck out 3 times. He wasn't alone. Jay Buhner in the 2nd. Pedro grilled him. Just like he grilled him in the 5th and the 7th. Call Pedro bus driver because he took the M's to school. Martinez said later, I had everything going. He struck out at least 1 batter every inning. Martinez's counterpart, Max Suzuki, intentionally walks Trot Nixon in the 5th to load the bases. Next batter, that's an unintentional walk. Darren Lewis looks at ball 4. Brian Dahlback scores. Both Sox on top 5-2. Martinez, 14 strikeouts, top 8. Domingo Cedeno, peace. 15 Ks for the 2nd straight game. Lou Piniella said he's got the best stuff in the game. Both Sox win at 9-2. Martinez, double-digit strikeouts, 6 straight games. He and Randy Johnson, the only big leaguers to do that since...
This is loaded to Yankees. 1-0 Yankees when Chili Davis pops one to short center. Nomar ranging out, but can't get it. Derek Jeter come on down. 2-0 Yankees. And check out the boss's reaction. He traveled with the team. Drop. Where's Costanza? Woo! 2 batters later, still loaded. Chad Curtis swinging. Inning over. Yankees lead, the bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Yankees. Bases loaded of Sox. Reggie Jefferson at the plate against David Cohn. And Reggie, base hit. Darren Lewis scores, but Paul O'Neill tells Jose Offerman, those who are late, do not get fruit cup. Inning over. We're tied at just 2, which is your score in the bottom of the 6th. Nomar on 3rd, and David Cohn uncorks his first wild pitch of the season. Posada can't handle it. 3-2 Red Sox. That's your score, top of the 7th. Runners on the corners, and Pedro convinces Jimmy Williams to keep him in the game, and he makes his manager look smart, getting Scott Brocious swinging on his 136th and final pitch of the night, inning and threat over. Bottom of the 8th, bases loaded to Sox again. Chuck Knobloch, yoicks, and away. Nomar and Troy O'Leary score. 7th error of the season for Knobloch, most by an American League second baseman thus far this season. And the Red Sox win game 1 of this 3-game set, 6-3. And they grab first place.
The country. Meantime, the Red Sox. Pedro Martinez, he's got 8 wins already, and he's getting some offensive help from Trot Nixon. He doubles to the gap, brings home Mike Stanley. It's 2-0 Red Sox. Nixon went 1 for 3. His average is at .250. Pedro Martinez looking for win number 9. He's a strikeout king, but he got some ground ball outs today. Nomar with a tremendous double play. Red Sox are up 2-1 after 3. Greg Graybeck had a huge day at the plate. 4 hits, in fact. We're tied at 3 as he dumps one into right. Brings home Mike Matheny. Bottom 5, Damon Buford. Ding-dong, pitch dead. Pat Henkin hung one. Red Sox are up 6-3. Buford played center, gave Darren Lewis a rest. It was his only hit of the day. In the 6th, Martinez, Matheny,
His 6th strikeout of the day. He would leave after 6. 8 hits and 3 runs. Kind of a rainy, drizzly day in Boston. Bottom 8, 7-5. Nomar up against Peter Monroe. And he goes to the gap. Reggie Jefferson, Offerman bring home insurance runs. They need them. Red Sox get a victory. 10-8 the final. Martinez wins his 7th straight. He says, don't worry about the double-digit.
Saturday, we must be in Cleveland. Pedro looking for his 10th win, top of the 3rd. Jose Offerman and Robbie Alomar, the great play. The 7-time Gold Glover gets the force at second. Pedro dominating as usual. Manny Ramirez goes down on 3 pitches. Then Jim Thome took him 5 to go away. Travis Fryman goes down as well. Martinez gets the 4, 5, 6 hitters in 11 pitches. Top 8, Fryman goes for the foul pop and gets a railing in the side. He would hold on and stay in the game. Later in the inning, tied at 1, 2 on for Nomar, facing reliever Paul Shuey against right-handers. They were batting just 163 against him, and Nomar just doesn't care. Sticks it into the people. The 3-run jack is 9th of the season, and the Red Sox win at 4-2. Garciaparra has 3 homers in his last 2 games. Martinez, the first guy to 10 wins. He went 8+ innings, gave up 2 runs, and his ERA actually went up.
Got pictures. Pedro was unconscious. Top of the 1st, Brian Jordan swinging. Top of the 2nd, Andrew Jones gassed this exit. Gerald Williams, go fish. Top of the 3rd, Walt Weiss. None for me, thanks. And then Chipper Jones on the changeup. Brian Jordan wishing he was somewhere else in the top of the 4th inning. Ryan Klesko just browsing on the inside fastball. New name, Randall Simon, same result. And Gerald Williams for the 2nd time. Top of the 6th now, Brian Jordan is starting to hate baseball. Pedro's 10th strikeout, 43rd career game with 10 or more. Bottom 6, Jeff Fry on 3rd. Tom Glavine's pitch is just a bit outside. Throwing it back to Bill Ricca. Red Sox attempting the suicide squeeze. Fry scores, 4-0 Red Sox. Top of the 7th, Pedro back to work. Javi Lopez, you shush. Randall Simon again. Outside fastball, strike 3. Gerald Williams for the 3rd time. How are you? Brett Boone, great view of that changeup. Top of the 9th, Chipper Jones waves bye-bye. And then with the Fenway faithful on their feet, 1 out, Brian Jordan for the 4th time goes down. A fastball around the knees. Pedro is el hombre. A complete game 3 hitter as the Sox win 5-1. A career-high 16 strikeouts.
Fans on hand, the 2nd largest Expos home crowd this season. Martinez got off to a pretty good start. Vladimir Guerrero here in the 2nd. Ring him up, sit him down. Martinez struck out 10 of the game. Bottom 4, it's 1-0 Montreal. Guerrero, a lot better this at-bat. Base hitting, went 2 for 4 in the game. Damon Buford fielding, throwing home. Rondo White developing situation at the plate. In there, 2-0 Montreal. Top 6, Mike Stanley's going to step up for Boston. And what do we have? Fair or foul? It is foul. A homer would have tied the game. Later in the same at-bat, Stanley with another chance. Drills it to center. Rondell White efforting. Great effort. That ends the inning. Bottom 6, still 2-0 game, bases loaded. Michael Barrett at the plate. Hanging curveball, base hit. That scores 2. And at this point, it is 4-0 in favor of Montreal. Bottom 8, it's 8-1 Montreal. Relief pitcher Guillermo Mota doing some things we didn't think he could do. First major league at bat, gone. 3-run home run. The converted shortstop, remember, he's a relief pitcher. First at bat in the majors, home run. And the Expos win it 13-1. Martinez did strike out 10, but his 9-game winning streak is over. He gave up 4 runs.
For his league-leading 12th, and he got some D behind him. Javier Valentin, Nomar picks it up. Mike Stanley, the good tag for the out. Bottom 6 now tied at 2. Men on the corners. Damon Buford up. Bounces one through the hole. Mike Stanley, who had snapped an 0-for-27 slump in this game, scored. Boston got 4 in the 6th to go on top. It's 4-2 Red Sox. Tim Wakefield against Doug Minkiewicz. 4-6-3 double play. Wakefield gets his 3rd save of the year in replace of the injured Tom Gordon.
Facing Ruben Mateo. Martinez striking out Ruben Mateo, but Mateo actually gets hit as he swings and misses. He would leave the game with a bruised right shoulder. Bottom of the 3rd, bases loaded for Jason Varitek to pop to left. Rusty Greer coming up, throwing. Pudge Rodriguez makes the diving tag to complete the double play. Top of the 4th, tied at 1, Jose Offerman. The single to right brings home Trot Nix, and Offerman 2 for 3 on the day. It's 2-1 both Sox. Next batter, John Valentin. Crushing one to left, and off the monster, Offerman Beats the throw home. Valentin 2 for 5, drove in 2. Boston on top 3-1. Top of the 6th. 1 on, 2 out. It's Martinez facing Rafael Palmeiro, and he gets Rafi looking. 8 innings, 1 earned run, 10 Ks for Martinez. More on him in a moment. Top of the 9th. 2 outs. Tim Wakefield, the new closer. Getting Lee Stevens swinging. Wakefield gets his 5th save, and the Red Sox get the win. 5-2. Their 5th win in 7 games. Martinez reaching double digits in strikeout.
Against Frank Thomas, he went 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 Ks. Why only 5 innings? Bottom 1. Jose Offerman, double. Lou Merlone, single. He was 2 for 4. Next batter, Brian Dahlback, milk. 3-run bomb to right, his 9th, 3-0 Boston. Now, after Nomar struck out, 2 batters later, there's Troy O'Leary base. It is only hits. Mike Stanley had 2 hits. He homered later. Jason Varitek doubles. He was 3 for 5. He homered later. Red Sox were up 5-0. James Baldwin 2/3, 6 hits, 7 runs. Lou Merlone against Scott Air, almost a grand slam. A 3-run double, 8-0 Red Sox. We're still in the 1st inning. Nomar. Well, that Cheeseby for Hero to go. Number 13, Nomar again. Glove, arm, power, speed, and a great head of hair. He was 2 for 5, 5 ribbies. Wasden, 4 innings of no-hit relief to get the save.
Martinez named the AL's Pitcher of the Month for June, making him the first player since the origin of the award to win it 3 straight times. Martinez looking for his 15th win Friday against the White Sox. And bottom of the 1st, he gets Frank Thomas. The big hurt 0 for 4 K twice. Top of the 3rd, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Jose Offerman grounds the single to left off Jim Parquet. Damon Buford and Wilton Veras come in to score. Red Sox up 2-0 on Offerman's lone hit. Bottom of the 6th now, Red Sox up 6-1. Pedro gets Thomas again, 1 of 5 Ks for Pedro, and then he gets Maglio Ordonez, who had homered earlier in the game. Red Sox cruise to the 6-1 win. Boston shortstop Nomar Garcia-Parra extended his hitting streak.
There's Pedro, 1-1 game in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs facing fellow All-Star Jose Canseco swinging. Pedro, 14 strikeouts on the night. Top of the 6th, runners on the 2nd and 3rd. 2 outs, Sox up 2-1. Dave Island taken to right center by Lou Merlone, robbed by Randy Wynn. So the Sox fell to score. It would cost them. Bottom of the 6th, same score. Runner on 2nd, Paul Sorrento. Base hit. John Flaherty come on down. Trot Nixon's throw. Not in time. Tampa ties the game at 2. Goes up 3-2 on a fielder's choice. That just scored top of the 8th. Troy O'Leary, check swinging. No, he's gone. Norm Charlton struck out the side in the 8th, and the Devil Rays win 3-2 and getting his first win since 1995 and only the 7th of his career.
Or whether it's Bo Sox pitcher Pedro Martinez, most wins, best ERA, throwing so hard one skipper says, my God, I think his arm's going to fall off. All of it makes the 70th All-Star Game special.
Playing shortstop from the Boston Red Sox, Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Linda Nomar told us that he doesn't have an R in his name anymore. It's Nomar! Most emotional moment of the night, Teddy Ballgame on his way to throw out the first pitch. His number 9 retired, best pure hitter ever. Last 400 hitter. Hit a home run his last Major League at bat. As he walked up to throw out the first pitch, all the players gathered around him. Tony Gwynn, the best pure hitter since Williams, Cal Ripken, 16th straight All-Star start, and Teddy Ballgame throwing out the first pitch to Carlton Fisk with the help of Tony Gwynn. A magic, magic night. Top 1, Pedro Martinez was straight off the meat rack. Barry Larkin got schooled. Pedro, a 1.80 ERA at Fenway. Next batter, Larry Walker. Highest batting average, please. Then Sammy Sosa, league-high 32 jacks, got buckled on the changeup, and then he got smoked with the K. Martinez K the side, 1-2-3, first to do so in an All-Star game. Bottom 1 zip, 2-1, Cal Ripken. Facing Kurt Schilling. I was 3rd grade batting champ. My mama always said I was good. Cal in his 17th All-Star game, 7th career All-Star game RBI, 2-zip AL. Top 2, McGuire facing Martinez. You ain't got to go home, kid, but you got to get up out of here. Max said that Martinez had 3 pitches that are devastating. 2 batters later, Jeff Bagwell facing Martinez. Bagwell got caged. Pudge Rodriguez throws out 63% of would-be base stealers. Next best catcher in the league throws out 43%. Bro, that's why you get 7 straight gold gloves. Derek Jeter hitting 371. Nomar Garcia-Parra hitting 366. And then Jeter in his Brand Jordan spikes, imitating Nomar's superstitions at the plate. Big props. Bottom 4, 2-1 AL, runner at first. Cal Ripken gets plunked by Kent Bottenfield. Runners on first and second. 3 batters later, 3-1 AL. Runners at the corners. Alomar facing Bottenfield. Slaps it by Matt Williams. Error on Williams. Still, Robbie gets his 3rd career All-Star Game RBI. Sammy Sosa, nope, against Mike Mussina. Next batter, Mark McGuire. Got blown away. 22 strikeouts in the game, highest ever for a 9-inning All-Star game. Bottom 5, Tony Fernandez against Jose Lima with the runner on. Fernandez a chopper up the middle. Jeff Kent diving stop to Larkin for the force. Kimmy Quintes, all right? I'll tell you what's going on. Vladimir Guerrero against Jeff Zimmerman. Watch Omar Vizquel. Best defensive shortstop in the game. That's why it's short. He's got 6 straight Gold Gloves. All right, Papi, I did not know you could do it like that. American League wins it 4-1. So you wanted to see some fat jacks going out of the park? First All-Star game since 1990 at Wrigley Field with no homers. Pedro Martinez wins the MVP.
Number 16 on 4 days rest, it's Pedro Martinez. He gave up 2 in the first, 3 in the third, and then he got tatered here in the fourth. Luis Castillo was 2 for 5 in the game, brings home 2 at 7-5. Pedro done. Fabregas to center. Damon Buford in a 9-8 game goes to the wall and bangs into it hard. That saved a run. The Marlins still up 9-8. Bottom 8, Valentin had a huge game. He takes his high fastball from Nunez to center. Preston Wilson, who earlier had taken a sure extra base hit away from Valentin, is playing way too far in. Val goes 3 for 4 with a triple and 2 doubles. Offerman goes 3 for 3.
And facing that lineup, top second, Manny Ramirez. He's drug him out. Pedro back to his all-star self. 5 innings, 7 Ks, 1 earned run. Bottom of the third, Jarrett Wright facing Troy O'Leary. O'Leary pops this up. They say left field very tricky in Fenway. Richie Sexton, he's a first baseman. Yeah, it falls down there. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3-1 Bo Sox. Top of the 8th, 4-2. Tim Wakefield facing Jim Thome. Thome deep. That's gone. 2-run shot. Second home run of the game, 20th of the year. Thome 2 for 4, 3 RBI. It's 4-4. Top of the 9th. Omar Vizquel rips that. And that's a base hit. That's going to bring in a run. Gold Glover hitting .332. And the Tribe takes it in the 9th. 5-4 the final second
inning. Angels down 4-1, 2 on and 2 out. Pedro Martinez to Darren Erstad. He's choking on a splinter. 5th inning. Angels 1 on, 2 out. Pedro to Tim Salmon. He's chopping Brock alive. Pedro 5 Ks, 199 Ks for the season, and another win. His first since July 2nd, his 100th all-time.
Jimmy Williams and pitching coach Joe Kerrigan for their decision. Bryce Flory would get the start. Top of the 6th, Sox up 7-1. Martinez makes his first relief appearance since '94. Facing Jay Buhner and getting Jay Buhner. Martinez's 200th strikeout of the season. Bottom of the 7th, Sox leading 8-2. Men on first and third for Brian Daubach. 5 for 5 career high, 6 RBI for him. 8 for 10 with 11 RBI in the last 2 games as the Sox win at 13-2.
Second only to Randy Johnson.
3 pitches and out. Next batter, Randy Velarde. Looking. Jason Giambi. Swinging on the change. That's nasty. 12th time this year Martinez has struck out the side. Yeah, that's good. Why don't you just antagonize him a little longer? Fans ribbing Pedro. Can't get that, but Nomar has his back in the 5th, robbing Randy Velarde. Top of the 6th, we're tied at 2. Miguel Tejada busts out the whooping stick over the monster. Tejada's 16th makes it 3-2 Oakland. That's your score in the bottom of the 6th. Tim Hudson. Boy, he's been stellar. Gets Nomar swinging, much to Nomar's dismay, and he stares down Tim and has some words for Hudson. Hudson just walked away with 7 strikeouts and the 6-2 victory. So the A's earned the 4-game split with Pedro and with Boston by handing Pedro his first home loss since April.
Back in the first, freezing him. Bottom 3, Jack Jones, the whiff. Christian Guzman, changeup. Pedro had it working. Facing Matt Lawton, got him on the breaking ball. Bottom 5, Martinez, Todd Walker. Even in slow motion, it looks fast. Chad Allen. Oh, that's not fair. The bow and arrow. Doug Mankiewicz, the new Britain Rock Cat. He gets punched out. Pedro getting Brent Gates. Get the feeling it was a man amongst boys. It was. Pedro goes 8, strikes out.
Season against Kansas City, against Ray Holbert, in only his 16th game this season. That's just not fair. Can you say mismatch? A sign of things to come for KC. Bottom 2, game tied at 1. Jose Offerman up with 2 outs. Base hit up the middle of Jeff Supan, the former Red Sox. Carlos Beltran, strong throw to the plate. Jason Varitek in there. Offerman had 4 hits. Sox go up 2-1. Pedro against Holbert again. Same deal. 6 strikeouts through 3 innings for Martinez. Bottom 5, Sox up 4-1. Hey, Butch Husky, nice pickup. And he picks one up and drops it in the right field. Brian Daubach and Nomar Garcia-Parra come in to score. Red Sox go up 6-1. Top 6, Martinez facing Holbert again a 3rd time. Got a feel for the kid. Martinez strikes him out a 3rd time. Red Sox go on to win.
Pedro says, go away. He struck out once. However, Edgar Martinez did that one better, striking out twice. As for Jay Buhner, he's the all-time strikeout Pedro king. Buhner this season 0 for 8, 8 strikeouts. Martinez 8 innings, 2 hits, 15 Ks. 5th time this season he's had at least 15 Ks. However, Paul Abbott was perfect until this. Nomar Garcia-Parra out. That's the way to break up a perfect game. Solo shot his 20th. And thanks to Pedro and the power of Nomar, Boston wins 4-0. So chances Pedro was on the hill, and he was cruising, playing groundskeeper. Mowing down New York, Bernie Williams. That's a curve, and you're done one of your 2 Ks. Ricky Leday, 3 times I got you. Tino Martinez, heater, no shot. Struck out once. Chili Davis, homered earlier, frozen here. He struck out twice. Paul O'Neill now against Pedro. I'm sorry this isn't your lucky day. Darryl Strawberry pinch hitting. Pitch this. He struck out once. Chuck Knobloch comes up in the 9th as the only Yankee not to strike out. Scratch that. 17 Ks and a 1-hitter for Pedro as Boston comes in and whacks the Yankees 3-1. Pedro's 17, a career high.
Jason Varitek, 2 on, 2 out. Bartolo Colon gets him swinging. 1 of 8 strikeouts for Colon. Bottom of the 7th, still 3-2 Boston. 2 on, 2 outs for Roberto Alomar. Swinging. Martinez's 14th and final strikeout of the night. Went 7 innings. In the 8th, Rich Garcison with 2 on and 2 out. Tyler Houston takes one the other way. Off the left field wall. Troy O'Leary plays it on a hop. Dave Roberts, Richie Sexton come on down. Indians take their first lead 4-3, but the Red Sox tie it in the 9th. Send it to extras. Tied at 4, top of the 11th. 1 on, 2 out. Jose Offerman, who's already homered in this game, hits one deep to left, but it dies in the warning track. We're still tied at 4, bottom of the 11th. 2 on, 2 out for Omar Vizquel against Rod Beck. Vizquel hits one in the hole. Jeff Fry dives, fires, and gets his man. Rod Beck's all pumped up. As for Cleveland fans, this guy trying to make like Neil Peart. But Jason Varitek will provide a rush for Boston. In the top of the 12th, busts out the whooping stick for the 17th time this season. Trot Nixon would homer later in the inning. The Red Sox go on to win 6-4 and 13. So Pedro strikes out 14, gets the no decision.
Red Sox and Pedro looking for win 22. Top of 3rd to Tony Batista. And he is chopping Brock alive. Martinez, 4 Ks in the game at that point. A new club record, 292 Ks. Breaks Roger Clemens' mark. Martinez pitching out of trouble now in the 4th. 2 on against him. And he has Darren Fletcher up. Wiffle ball, it curves. 5th inning, runners at 2nd. Martinez to Shannon Stewart, and that's just another case of the man holding us down. In the 8th inning, runners at 1st and 2nd. Sean Green puts the bat on it. Jose Offerman starts the double play. 4-6-3, the Jays left 6 on base. Later, they were allowed to leave the field and go to their hotel. Top of the 9th, 3-zip the Red Sox. Martinez to Carlos Delgado. He's leaving. That's more beer for us. Red Sox win at 3-0. Martinez, his major league leading 22nd win. The Red Sox have won 6 in a row, and Martinez has his first shutout of the season. In
the 1st inning, Albert Bell swinging. Now we flash back to Sunday's game against the Orioles. Tim Wakefield hits Brady Anderson there. Getting hit by Tim Wakefield's one thing. Getting hit by Pedro Martinez is a totally different thing. Ouch. Anderson goes down. Brady has some words for ump Gary Cederstrom, or perhaps they were directed at Pedro, but he said that to the ump. Now in the 8th, Bell up with Anderson at 3rd. Pitch gets to the backstop. Anderson comes home and may have flashed a little elbow in the direction of Pedro. Martinez and Anderson exchange words. More folks come off the benches. People running out.
Is anybody going to play the feud?
No. Calm was restored.
Okay.
As was Pedro's focus. Gets Bell swinging for the 3rd time in the game. 12 strikeout game for Pedro. His line, 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 12 strikeouts, 0 walks.
Bartolo, top 2 no score. There's Nomar Garcia-Parra. Lord have mercy, he just done growed up so nice. You know Pookie and them and Ray and Lucretia real proud, Kenny. 4 homers, 12 RBI in 5 career postseason games, all against Cleveland for Nomar. Pedro Martinez allowed just 3 hits through 4, but on that pitch striking out Jim Thome, he strained a back muscle. He left after the 4th, saying, "Don't scare our fans, I'm a quick healer." Derek Lowe comes in. Cleveland hitting just 1 for 30 against Lowe this year. Bottom 6, 2-zip Boston, 2 outs. Lowe gets 165 RBI, hitting Manny Ramirez to ground to 3rd. But John Valentin's throw, not bad, in the dirt. Ramirez safe, error on Valentin. He had 14 errors this year. Next batter, first pitch, booyah! Jim Thome, first guy to lead the league in walks and strikeouts since Mickey Mantle in 1958. Mantle, 18 career postseason homers, tied for number 1 all-time. That was Thome's 13th career postseason homer, tied for 4th all-time. Bartolo hit 100 on the radar gun and got some satin smooth help from Omar Vizquel. That's why Vizquel has 6 gold gloves. Bottom 9 tied at 2 after Rich Garces walked Richie Sexton alone at the bases with 1 out. Travis Fryman on the DL twice this year with the torn right knee ligament straight off the meat rack. Ramirez scores 21st time Cleveland wins in its final at bat this year. 50th time they come from behind to win. Best in the American League. Indians win Game 1 3-2. Their last 3 wins over the Bo Sox.
Pedro could not start after all. Brett Saberhagen did. Had a 2-0 lead, served up by Nomar, and then he serves it right back. Jim Thome unloads 477-foot blast. 3rd homer in the series puts the Indians up 3-2. It's 5-3 Cleveland lead. Bases full of Red Sox after they intentionally walked Nomar to face Troy O'Leary, and O'Leary scoffs at that percentage play. First grand slam in Boston's postseason history. Sox up 7-5. Bottom of the 3rd, Sox up 7-6. Derek Lowe in on relief, offering little. Thome again, like Paul Bunyan, chopping his way through the Boston pitching staff. Cleveland up again 8-7, and that gets Pedro up, warming in the bullpen, and Martinez would come in the 4th in an 8-8 ball game. Kenny Lofton rips 1. Mike Stanley robs him. Pedro gets him at first. Lofton is out at first and then out of the game with a separated left shoulder. We go to the top of the 7th, still tied at 8. Another intentional walk for Nomar brings Troy O'Leary up to the plate, and O'Leary homers again in that situation. This one off of Paul Shuey. 7 ribbies on the night, tying the postseason record his teammate John Valentin tied the night before. So it's a 12-8 Boston lead, 2 outs, 2 on in the 9th, and Pedro finishes it with 3 in the bullpen, including his own brother Ramon. Omar Vizquel swinging to end it, and Pedro tosses 6 no-hit innings. He didn't start, but he sure did finish. 8 strikeouts.
That's the reception for the Rocket, part of that New England charm. First period, also the first batter, Jose Offerman. Paul O'Neill can't see anything. Wouldn't have got to it anyway. Bonks off the wall. Not a homer, but it's good for a triple, which is actually harder than a homer, isn't it? I was ready for hockey saying first period. John Valentin over a large green wall and left. Say chow down. 2-0 Red Sox, and Valentin's 2-run shot. New York survived the Knobloch air. Kept the deficit at 2. Here's Pedro Martinez. Obstructed viewing at Fenway in far more places than usual because of the sun. Tino Martinez, he can't see it. Chili Davis, he's leaving. That's more beer for us. And Ricky Leday, go away. Pedro struck out the side in the 2nd. Clemens struggling. Hideki Arabu getting some exercise and maybe coming into pitch. Nomar Garcia-Parra. Bueno. Into the corner. Offerman coming to score. Not pictured a homer by Garcia-Parra. His 7th homer in just 11 postseason games. 4-zip the Red Sox. Clemens is done. Reported back stiffness. Also verifiably lame pitching. Brian Daubach greeting Arabu. Hi. 6-0. Red Sox are in front. Pedro would take it from there. The big lead. He's after Derek Jeter. And he is shotting Brock alive. Next batter, Paul O'Neill. Swing and a miss. 10th and 11th Ks of the game for him. To the 7th, it's 9-0. Pedro to Tino Martinez again. A Red Sox postseason record, 12 Ks. The worst postseason loss ever for New York, 13-1. You know, the Red Sox over Cleveland was the biggest postseason margin ever in Major League Baseball.
Down 2 games to none. The Boston Red Sox have come storming back, and they are in the American League Championship Series. No hits allowed by Pedro Martinez from the 4th inning on.